All right, guys, welcome back to Trails in the Sky first chapter. When we last left off, we got to free up Lawrence in the Special Intelligence Division. We also explored the East Block sewers, freed up that boss, and now we are headed to Grancel Castle. Let's see what all this is about. And of course, Lawrence threw the fucking tournament because it was all a part of Colonel Richard's plan. Does she want to enter the castle now? Once the banquet's over, we'll be staying the night in the castle. Can't head back to town until morning. Think we're good to go. Actually, I didn't save. Y'all know me. Save your freaking game because I'm a homie. I just tried to make a rhyme, a jingle, to justify my saving. Let's do it. All right, let's show our invitations to the castle guards. Okay, I'm starting to get excited. Me too. It's not often you get invited to a party like this. Beyond this point is Grancel Castle, where Her Majesty the Queen resides. If you have no business here, please turn back. Hold on a minute. Hello there. Sorry about the other day. It's you guys. Still hanging around the capital, huh? We had some stuff to do. We've been formally invited this time, so here we are. Formally? Invited? The Duke gave us an official invitation. Whoa, a giant. Here's our invitation. I hereby invite Zin and his team, the winners of the Royal Tournament, to this evening's banquet. So you're the winners of the Royal Tournament? Well, they did say a team that won the tournament was led by a huge martial artist from the East. So you guys were part of the team too. That's right. We just did what we could. I see. We've been briefed about you guys by the head maid, but it looks like someone's missing. What happened to him? He had some personal business, so he wouldn't make it. It'll be just the three of us attending tonight. That's a shame. Well, let's get you inside.
The Royal Tournament champions have arrived. Open the gate.
Whoa! Hawking Gate was impressive, but this gate is just incredible!
And it looks very sturdy, as expected of a royal castle.
Of course, it's an impregnable fortress. No foreign enemy has ever breached Arnenberg, but the capital has been caught in the flames of rebellion a few times. Yet each time, this castle has stood strong against the rebels, protecting the royal family and the citizens. That's how the story goes.
Wow! So that really happened!
Sounds like the kind of tale you'd expect from a historic nation.
All right, welcome. This is Her Majesty's Grancel Castle. Once you enter, a guide should be waiting to escort you. Enjoy your evening, everyone.
Whoa!
I know we're in a castle, but this is far more luxurious than any other place we've been so far.
But it's not just luxurious, it also has a dignified elegance. You can feel all that prestige and heritage of the old kingdom here.
Welcome to Grancel Castle. You must be Zin and his compatriots, correct?
Ugh. It's Captain Amalthea.
I knew she'd be here, but
Yes, that's right. We're here at the Duke's invitation. And who might you be?
My apologies for not introducing myself. I am Captain Amalthea of the Intelligence Division and head of Grancel Castle Security. Allow me to congratulate you on your victory in the Royal Tournament. I had the pleasure of watching your match. You all performed so gallantly. It was truly a sight to behold.
Look at that. Look at that. Oh, she knows she a bad bitch. God damn.
You flatter me. But I'm far more impressed by you. So young, so beautiful, and already a captain in the military. You must be exceptionally talented.
He knows ball.
My. Aren't you the charmer? But I'm nothing compared to these young bracers here. Estelle Bright, Joshua Bright. I believe we last met in Zeiss, yes?
Yes, that seems right.
It certainly has been a while.
Unfortunately, the matter regarding Professor Russell has yet to be resolved. It seems some scoundrels have kidnapped the professor and his granddaughter. You wouldn't happen to have any information about that, would you?
Nope. Can't say we do.
We left the matter to the senior bracers and headed straight to the capital after the incident. We haven't heard anything about it since.
I see. What a shame. But with the Intelligence Division on the case, it's only a matter of time before the culprits are caught. Look forward to it.
Sly fox.
Understood. The professor means a lot to us, so we're counting on you.
Oh yes, of course. Now then, we shall escort you to your rooms. Shay, can I leave the rest to you?
Yes, of course. Leave it to me.
Just to be clear, I don't want you bothering our guests with any unnecessary chatter. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand.
I'm glad to hear that. Now then, everyone, please enjoy your evening. I'll take my leave here.
She's one hell of a woman.
That's one way to put it. What exactly do you see in that sly fox?
Almost everything. But then you got Sherazard and Aina who just clears off top. You know what I mean? Kill it too, you know what I'm saying?
Is that really your type, Sin?
Women like that often turn out to be surprisingly pure of heart. It's the contradictions that are exciting, you know?
Articulated perfectly. Zen is a man of culture.
Ugh, you're hopeless. You sound like a pervy old man.
Ouch!
Excuse me.
Oh, right, sorry. You're here to show us to our rooms, right?
Yes, I'll show you the way now. Please pardon my late introduction. My name is Shay, and I serve as a maid here in the castle. I'll be attending to all your needs from tonight's banquet until tomorrow morning. If you need anything at all, please don't hesitate to ask.
Got it. We'll be counting on you.
Shall we proceed to our rooms?
Ah, yes. Your rooms are on the second floor.
Wow, Jish. That huge chandelier is crazy beautiful. Estelle, keep your voice down. What's that room over there? That's the throne room. It's where Her Majesty the Queen meets with visitors. It hasn't been used much as of late, I'm afraid. I see. Her Majesty's health, really that bad? Her birthday festival is just around the corner, isn't it? Well, yes, as of late, the head maid has been taking care of Her Majesty. I'm not really privy to those matters. Shall we move on? I mean, damn, she's really bad at hiding. But there's some crazy stuff going on. You will all be staying in this room for the night. Please make yourselves comfortable. Thanks. Thank you. I never thought we'd be staying in a place like this. Whoa, this will make for one hell of a story when I get home. Still have some time before the banquet begins. Feel free to explore the castle, but bear in mind that some areas are off limits for security reasons. Thank you for your cooperation. Which areas are off limits exactly? Firstly, the Royal Keep. It's a small place in the corner of the Garden Terrace on the roof. Garden Terrace, that sounds magical. Yes, at her birthday festival, Her Majesty will give a speech to the citizens from the terrace there. I'm sure it would be all right for you to take a look at the garden. Now, as for the other restricted areas, the Royal Guard room on the first floor and the treasury in the basement are also out of bounds. The Royal Guard room, as in, aren't those guys wanted as terrorists? That's correct. Right now, the Intelligence Division is using that room. Access is prohibited, so I must ask for your cooperation. Understood. So, have the other banquet guests arrived? Everyone's already here. I believe they are all relaxing in their rooms. I see. That means Mayor Klaus must already be here. He arrived a short time ago. Now that I must take my leave, please contact the staff room on the first floor if you need anything. Okay then. Hey, Zin. I wanted to explore the castle for a bit. We'll be back before dinner starts. Jeez, how do you kids still have any energy after the tournament? Go ahead, knock yourselves out. I'm just gonna kick back and relax in this fancy room until dinner. His glasses clip through his face. We need to get as much done as we can before the banquet starts. First, let's go meet Lady Hilda, the woman Lieutenant Schwartz told us about. It would be good if we could greet the other guests, too. I imagine there'll be quite a few familiar faces. All right. Y'all know me. Save your game. Okie dokie. To our left. Here. Ooh. Mayor Maybell. Aerith. And Lila, too.
Miss Estelle. Mr. Joshua.
It's so good to finally see you both. I've been eagerly waiting for you to visit me here.
So you were invited to the banquet too, Mayor Maybell. How'd you know we'd be here?
Klaus told me. He said that you two competed in the Royal Tournament and won an invitation to tonight's banquet. Oh, if only I'd known sooner. I would have dropped everything just to come cheer you on.
With all due respect, milady, if you'd dropped everything, wouldn't you just have more work later?
Yes, I know that.
Busy as ever. Honestly, if I were here for Her Majesty, I wouldn't mind one bit, but wasting my time on that, Duke? Unfortunately, a young female officer from the army kept insisting I attend, and so I had no choice but to come. Would that young officer be Captain Amalthea from the Intelligence Division by any chance? The very one. She was polite, but in a cold, arrogant kind of way. I don't much care for her. I've had trouble contacting General Morgan recently as well. You haven't been able to reach Haken Gate? I've tried, but they kept telling me the general is unavailable and they refused to let me speak to him. Apparently he's too tied up with the countermeasures against the terrorist threats. I was hoping to meet him at tonight's event, actually, but it seems he won't be attending. What do you think about all this? Gathering all these mayors together for a banquet, I mean. If it were hosted by Her Majesty, I'd expect an important announcement. But I get the impression that Duke just called us here to make himself feel important. So much more. You know, to use his authority as an excuse to lord it over us just for the sake of it. That does seem like his style. I suppose that might indeed be all there is to it. But they do say the head chef here is the best in the kingdom. So I'll just enjoy some good food, pay my respects to Her Majesty, head back to post as soon as I can. You know, honestly, I doubt it's going to be like that, but I think it's going to be reminiscent to Vlad the Impaler. I don't remember all the specifics, but I remember he invited all of people of importance and influence, but there were also people he hated, and he killed all of them under the guise of it being a party to send a message. So maybe it's something like that? I don't know. I'm just yapping.
Ah, there you are. Hello, Estelle. Hello, Joshua.
It's been a while.
No way, Headmaster Collins. Wait, you were invited to the banquet too?
Yes, I flew here from Ruan earlier today. More importantly, I heard from the mayor that you two won the Royal Tournament. The students will be so thrilled to hear that.
Thank you very much. We weren't expecting you to be attending tonight's banquet, Headmaster. Well, Headmaster Collins is a member of the Royal Assembly, which makes him one of the wisest figures in all of Liberal. It's no surprise he'd be invited to a banquet at the castle. Calling me one of the kingdom's wisest figures is high praise indeed. What's the Royal Assembly? It's an annual conference where they make decisions on national issues. Her Majesty the Queen, mayors from across the kingdom, and various other people come together to discuss the futures. I had no idea. So basically all the people who were invited to tonight's banquet, right? Not quite. This is only about half of them, actually. Her Majesty isn't well, and General Morgan is busy with military affairs. Meldar Moore was arrested, and as for Professor Russell's, there's still so much about that incident that remains unclear. It's said to have been the work of the terrorist group, with even the Royal Guard involved, but how can that be? And I mean, hosting a banquet after all that's going on? It's absurd. Well, it seems to me that we must attend the banquet if we wish to fathom the Duke's true intentions. We will need to obtain permission to visit Her Majesty the Queen as well. Indeed, that's precisely why I'm here. The idea that we would come all this way to Grancel Castle and be unable to see Her Majesty is unthinkable. And after all this time, I'd really like to see Princess Claudia. Princess Claudia? She's the Queen's granddaughter, right? Does she also live here in the castle? No, apparently she usually resides elsewhere. But it seems she's been in the royal capital for the past few days. Really? I'd like to meet her. I'm sure you two will have the opportunity to meet her. Yeah. Like we don't already know who she is. I just want to make sure there's no green around.
Please, let me know Please feel free to look around.
Shut up. Hey, Mr. Murdoch.
Why, if it isn't Estelle and Joshua.
Mr. Murdoch, since all the mayors are attending, I had a feeling that you'd be here too.
I never would have imagined you two winning the royal tournament and making your way to Grancel Castle. Ah, you really are Cassius's children.
Well, you know, we did have a lot of help along the way. By the way, has anything else happened during the past few days? So right after you two headed off for the capital, Captain Amalthea from the Intelligence Division paid me a visit. I couldn't refuse the invitation, but I managed to cover up what happened at the fortress. It doesn't seem like the Army's found Professor Russell yet, so they're likely still on the run. But if things keep going like this, it's only a matter of time before they get caught. Is that right? I tried asking Captain Amalthea if I could visit Her Majesty, but it was an absolute no. It seems meeting with her directly is going to be rather difficult. It seems that way for sure, but don't worry, we've got a plan. Make sure Her Majesty gets the professor's message. Alright, alright. Oh. This is a really dope place. This is awesome. It's so beautiful. So this is the Castle Garden Terrace. Look at that view of the entire lake. You can even see the streets of Grancel from here. It's easy to see why so many people want to visit. If only we weren't in such a hurry, I'd love to stand here and enjoy the view, but we've got bigger fish to fry. Okay, this is really cool. The Arcade, I believe that's what they call it. The heck is that over there? Are those? Oh, those are lights, I believe. Falcom, you guys cooked, man. I'm so proud of what you guys have done, and I'm sure we're gonna have a fight here.
It's so pretty.
The night view of the royal capital. You're right. It's breathtaking.
Now we're gonna have a fight here. I know it. It's gonna be so dope. This looks really good, man. It reminds me of the one big tower in Crossbell. It's like the tallest building in Crossbell or something. I'm just trying to make sure we don't have any hidden dialogue like that. All right. I bet that's the royal keep. Who are you? These guys. We were invited here by the Duke. Is this where Her Majesty resides? For the past few days, Her Majesty has been feeling unwell. There's no point in even asking for an audience. We wouldn't even dream of it asking. Well, whatever. Although we were hoping to catch a brief glimpse of her, I don't suppose Princess Claudia is here. She's actually... Hey. She doesn't have the time to entertain the likes of you, obviously.
And just what are you all doing here?
Whoa, whoa. Madam, are you leaving today?
The banquet will begin shortly, so I'm returning to the maid quarters for now. By the way, who are these guests?
They're the members of the team that won the royal tournament. Just braces, but sort of invited guests, it seems.
How
Just
dare
braces,
you?
huh? Oh.
Are you trying to insult guests of the royal castle?
We were just...
They may have been invited by His Grace, the Duke, but anyone who visits the castle is a guest of Her Majesty. Do not forget that.
Roger that. What a presence. Hey, I wonder if she's... But madam, we cannot permit them to pass. That should have been clear from the Colonel's explanation.
I've grown tired of hearing about all that. My apologies, honored guests. For security reasons, access to the royal keep is currently restricted. If possible, could you please wait in your room until the banquet begins?
Sure. Of course, that seems like it would be for the best. I'm terribly sorry for the trouble we caused. As long as that's clear now. Be careful on your way back. She's got a nose on her, huh?
I apologize you had to witness such an unseemly scene. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Hilda. I am the head maid of Grancel Castle, overseeing all the other maids here.
I knew it. So you're Lady Hilda.
My, pardon me, but have we met before?
Actually, someone told us about you. Julia's letter of introduction.
This handwriting.
You recognize it? This letter and our bracer emblem should serve as proof as our identities.
Okay, but this is not the place. Come with me to the maid quarters. I'll hear what you have to say there.
I understand. You wanted to deliver Professor Russell's message directly to Her Majesty the Queen. Is that right? Yes, exactly. If the Queen's condition is really that bad, then I guess we could reconsider, but it shouldn't be a problem. However, the royal keep is under constant surveillance by the special ops soldiers. The only people allowed inside are the Duke, the Colonel, and those directly entrusted with Her Majesty's care. So it'll probably be difficult to meet with her, huh? What do you think, Estelle? We could have Lady Hilda deliver the message for us. I'd rather speak to her in person, like about Duke Dunan's intentions and the Colonel Richard's objectives. There's still so much we don't know. Mr. Estelle, Miss Joshua, I have an idea. After the banquet ends, come back here and find me. You mean, you know of a way for us to meet Her Majesty the Queen? Yes, I might. It won't be straightforward, but I think it's worth a try. It will require some time to prepare. Would it be all right if we waited until after the banquet? Of course. All right. We'll come by after the banquet. I'll be here. The food is ready, so the banquet will begin shortly. Please head back to your rooms for the time being. I think that's everything covered. Yeah. Let's head back to the room and meet up with Zen. Oh, okay. Oh, Oh, okay. Banquet preparations are nearly complete. Please wait a little longer. Hey, damn, I sleep in this small ass room? God damn, bro.
Don't railings like these make you just want to slide down them?
People would think we're suspicious. And it's dangerous, too. So, this is the throne room. Normally, we could have requested an audience with Her Majesty the Queen here.
But no one's here now. It's kind of sad.
All right, let's do it. Yo, Estelle, Joshua, you guys were going for a long time. Banquet's about to start, you know. My bad, Zen. I got caught up looking around and lost track of time. Plus, we ended up chatting with a few different mayors. Got friends in high places, huh? We've always had good relations with the mayor of Roland. The others are just people we've met along the way. I see. Working as a bracer does give you lots of chances to meet important people. And from the looks of it, you two have been doing very well for yourself. Pretty well, I guess. Have you taken on any bracer work since you got to the capital? Bracers can take jobs in other countries, right? Yeah, as a senior bracer, you're free to work anywhere. But with the tournament and all the embassy paperwork, I haven't had time to take on any extra. Besides, with 4 other bracers around, there isn't much left for me to do anyway. That makes sense. I imagine most issues would be solved pretty quickly with this many bracers on hand. Though it must be tough for the other regional branches, with so many bracers gathered here. You bet it is. Now I feel kind of bad. I wonder how Shara's doing in Roland. You mentioned that name before, but you don't mean Sherazard, do you? You know her? Yes, she's our mentor. We've been close for a very long time. So that's how you know her. I met her once when she came to Calvard. She had a great teacher, and even though she was young, she showed a lot of promise. Great teacher. That must mean Dad. Excuse me, the preparations for the banquet are now complete. Shall I show you the way? Finally. All right, kiddos, time to dig in and enjoy a free meal. After the match, I could feel myself wasting away. Time to eat my body weight in food. You guys, don't forget your table manners, okay? I love Joshua, man. This is a dinner party, right? Why are the plates empty? Where's the food? And what's with all the knives and forks? It's a formal dinner. They'll be bringing out different dishes one at a time, starting with the appetizers. As for the utensils, just work your way out from the outside in. This is what you meant by table manners? I'm starting to get nervous. There's no need to worry. The most important thing is that you enjoy the food. Manners and etiquette are secondary. Well put. I hear the two of you already know everyone in attendance, is that right? Then there's no need to be on edge. You're right. Don't get too carried away, please. Actually, will your companion be alright using a fork and knife? Or knife and fork? I heard people from the East are more comfortable using chopsticks. You know your stuff, huh? But as they say, when in liberal, it may not be very elegant, but I'll manage with a knife and fork. Very admirable. Sentiment truly befitting of a champion of the Royal Tournament. Is that all that impressive? He's like putty in the hand of a beautiful woman, huh? Who ain't? I wouldn't exactly call him a womanizer, but... Speaking of manners, the Duke's running quite late. Where could he possibly be? It's gonna be Colonel Richard showing up. And with the Duke presiding, who will sit in the other place of honor? Amalthea? That's a good question. I wonder if Princess Claudia, perhaps.
Everyone, thank you for your patience. His Grace the Duke has arrived.
Hello, everyone. I apologize for keeping you waiting. Our meeting ran a bit longer than expected. This is Colonel Richard, head of the Intelligence Division. He has been working tirelessly to stop these terrorist incidents, and I invited him here as a token of my appreciation.
It is a pleasure to meet all of you. I am Alan Richard of Her Majesty's Intelligence Division. Thanks to His Grace's exceptional kindness, I am able to join you for dinner this evening. Please pardon my military uniform, and allow me to join you at the table.
I can't believe we're sharing a table with the Colonel.
I expected this, but it still makes me a little nervous.
Where's the mac and cheese?
Delightful. Truly delightful. Well now, Mayor Maybell, how do you find the culinary skills of our chef here at the castle? Wouldn't you say it rivals the cuisine of Anterose?
Indeed, the craftsmanship is exquisite. The wine pairing is perfect as well. It makes me want to steal your chef away.
Coming from you, that doesn't sound like a joke. And what do you think, Zin? Does the cuisine suit the palate of someone from the East, like yourself?
Oh, it's very good. Even with a palate as unrefined as mine, I can appreciate the depth and sophistication of these flavors. It feels like I'm tasting the very essence of liberal food.
Yes, that's exactly right. And how about you, young bracers? I bet you've never had such extravagant food before, am I right?
Have to admit, this is super delicious. Regardless of who invited us, the food is definitely the real deal.
Yes, exactly.
It really is quite wonderful. And since we've never had the chance to attend such a formal event before, this is a great learning experience for us. Thank you very much for the invitation.
How very polite of you. Alas, it was after my butler reminded me that I did recall we met once during that incident in Rouen, did we not? Such a strange web fate weaves.
Yeah, that's right. So he only remembered because the butler told him.
Come now, let us cast aside all formalities tonight. There's plenty of food and drink, so please, help yourselves.
Your Grace? Before that, how about we take care of the matter we discussed?
Oh, yes, that's right. The reason I've gathered you all here, all you respected representatives of our fair kingdom, is none other than taking this opportunity to make a very important announcement.
Oh, an important announcement?
And what kind will that be?
Yes, well, I'd like to hand it over to Colonel Richard to explain everything.
I thank you, sir. I believe you all are aware that Her Majesty the Queen has been in poor health as of late. She is gradually recovering, and I have no doubt she'll be back to her old self in no time.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Then, might we be allowed to offer our greetings to Her Majesty in person?
Unfortunately, Her Majesty has requested that such visits be refused for now. That said, within the next few days, we expect to completely eliminate the terrorist threat within the capital. With that resolved, the Queen's birthday festival can proceed as planned.
That will certainly be a relief for the citizens. Many of them eagerly await the festival all year. But surely that isn't the only reason you've gathered us here today, is it?
Right. If that was all it was, this could have been a notice.
You're quick to catch on. As I mentioned earlier, Her Majesty is steadily recovering. However, she has made an important decision in light of her recent health concerns. And that is to abdicate the throne and pass the crown to His Grace, Duke Doonan.
What did you say?
Is this true?
Joshua, is this?
Yeah, this is what they've been conspiring about.
I too was surprised, but it seems Her Majesty has grown unexpectedly weary. And it's no wonder. She's guided Liberal through turbulent tides for nearly 40 years, as a woman, no less. With that in mind, I believe it would be best to finally free her from that burden after her birthday. And as someone with a strong claim to the throne, I am resolved to do so.
To think that Her Majesty had been so deeply troubled. Despite meeting her each year, I was blind to her struggles.
But is this not a matter far too serious to discuss over drinks at a banquet? Forgive me, but how much credibility does this announcement truly hold?
Mayor Maybell, are you implying that His Grace's words cannot be trusted?
No, that's not what I meant. I only meant that, like mayoral elections, there must also be procedures for the succession of the throne.
Yes. Ideally, we would have liked to have heard this announcement directly from Her Majesty.
I understand this news is unsettling. However, I ask that you remain calm and carefully consider what has been shared. As I mentioned earlier, Her Majesty herself will make the announcement during the birthday festival. Would it not be best to verify the truth of this matter when that time comes?
Well, I guess so.
Our main concern is how the public will react once this news becomes official. To avoid the spread of misinformation, we wanted to inform all of you, the leaders of our society first. His Grace specifically made this decision with that in mind.
Yes, that's exactly right.
Additionally, Her Majesty's abdication is not merely a domestic political affair for Liberl. It will also attract the attention of foreign powers, particularly the threat in the north, Erebonia. At this crucial time, we must unite and support our new king, the man who stands before you now. We are entering a truly pivotal moment.
He's making it all sound so convincing.
Yeah, he's quite the talker.
So you're saying that while we wait for Her Majesty's official announcement, we should mentally prepare ourselves for what's coming. Is that it?
I'm glad you understand.
Well, I suppose if it does indeed come to that, we'll have our hands full.
Quite. We'll need to announce it to the citizens as well.
I have a question. His Grace does hold a legitimate claim to the throne, but isn't there another with a strong claim to the succession?
Well, that is...
You must be referring to Princess Claudia, Her Majesty's granddaughter. It's undeniable that she and His Grace, Duke Dunan, have equal claim according to the royal succession laws. However, on account of her young age, Her Majesty appears to have chosen His Grace instead. As I mentioned before, she likely did not want to burden the young princess with such overwhelming responsibility.
Yes, exactly. Besides, I plan to arrange a good marriage for Claudia. Unofficially, we've already received several proposals from foreign royal families. I'd say there's a fair chance that one of them may be finalized within the year.
Oh my!
I see. Then it seems we have 2 pieces of good news to celebrate.
Yes, but the princess, isn't she a little too young to be getting married?
Excuse me, can I ask a question?
Zin?
Oh? Yes, go on. I don't mind.
Forgive my bluntness, but this doesn't seem like the kind of discussion outsiders like us should be privy to. Not to mention the fact that I'm not even a citizen of this kingdom. Why then have you chosen to announce this news now?
Because it just so happened that the champions of this year's royal tournament turned out to be bracers. And a critical matter, such as Her Majesty's abdication, is something I felt the guild should be notified of.
Dude, this Colonel Richard, that motherfucker is on some like loose shit, bro. This guy, man, his brain, it was all fixed from the start. Just to fill the participants, but to make sure there were 2 parties of bracers. Zin was probably the first party that was always going to be in, or actually the Grancel Branch was probably always going to be in. You know, probably participated in last year's tournament, right? But it gave Colonel Richard insurance on this plan here that Zin also is a bracer and coming along to participate. It's just like, bro, this guy, man, his mind.
It was I who proposed to His Grace that we shared this information with you.
I see. So the rumors are true. The military and the guild really do maintain a good relationship here in Liberal.
You see, unlike the Empire or the Republic, Liberal lacks a strong military force. We simply must cooperate. That is the harsh reality of the situation. In any case, I trust that explains things, yes?
I understand. I'll make sure to pass this information along to the Capital's Guild branch.
Man, we really stumbled into something big, didn't we? It's just another country's business to me, but you two must have been pretty shocked, huh? Of course we were. We never imagined that things were already this far along. Never mind. What a waste. The food was so delicious. It was melting in my mouth, but with everything that happened, it was like eating ash. I hear you there. Estelle, how about we go on a walk to help all the food go down? Right, yeah, that's a great idea. I really need some fresh air. First sightseeing and now a post-dinner stroll? Hate to admit it, but it sounds like my age is starting to get the better of me. Don't be so silly, Sin. Why don't you take a walk too? This place is full of history. There's so much to see. Maybe I'll wander off a bit if I feel like it later. Might even try to sneak some leftovers from the kitchen. For real? You're gonna eat more? I wouldn't call it eating, more like drink time snacking. I hear there's a lounge where you can get a drink, so I'll probably check that out. Holy Lord dump, fellas. Matter of fact, we don't even know how long this is gonna be. Fuck it. Keep going. Things really have gotten out of hand. I'm itching to meet the Queen and hear what's really going on. First, let's stick to the plan and go see Lady Hilda. She said she had a way for us to meet the Queen. All right, anything for us to see? Actually, I want to talk to Mayor Maybell. Aerith, I was quite shocked by what was discussed at the banquet. To think that Duke Dunan could be the one to inherit the throne. Thought alone is enough to give me a headache. Yeah. It sounds as though something you quite serious happened at the banquet. Last thing my lady needs is something else to worry about. Yeah, well.
Please let me know what you need.
Oh, it's you two.
Colonel Richard.
Estelle and Joshua. Isn't this the first time we've had the pleasure of speaking privately?
Yes, the last time we spoke was when we exchanged a few words at Mayor Dalmore's arrest. Of course, I didn't expect you to remember us, Colonel.
Alas, much wasn't said, but you two still left a strong impression on me. I decided to look into your backgrounds and was quite surprised. I never imagined you two would be the children of Colonel Cassius.
Figured that out too, huh?
They don't call us the Intelligence Division for nothing. We were in the army together, you see. Colonel Cassius is someone I owe a great deal to. So much so that words cannot express. What do you say to having a little chat? I've been wanting to for quite some time.
Oh, this guy's timing is impeccable, man. The fact that, like, we need to go see Lady Hilda, and then, of course, on our way there, Amalthea and Richard. Yo, this...
Colonel, don't you have a meeting with His Grace the Duke?
I can afford to be a little late. I know. Let's head to the lounge for our chat. I'll even treat you two to some non-alcoholic cocktails.
I can prepare them for you.
There's no need for that. Go inform His Grace the Duke that I'll be running late.
Yes. Understood, sir. Well then, if you'll excuse me.
Now then, shall we make our way to the lounge? Follow me.
What do we do? I don't think we have much of a choice. We'll just have to find Lady Hilda after our chat.
I first met Colonel Cassius immediately after I graduated from the military academy. I was assigned to the independent mobile unit he commanded at the time. From that moment until the day he left the army, he was my mentor, personally and professionally.
Is that right? What was my dad like back then? I mean, what did you think of him?
In short, he was a hero. His skill with the sword earned him the title of Divine Blade. He could think on his feet and adapt effortlessly to any battlefield scenario. His expertise wasn't limited to broad tactics. He mastered strategic operations at the highest level. He was without rival.
Sounds like you're talking about a totally different guy. So, did you work with him during the 100-Day War too?
Yes, I fought under Colonel Cassius's command during the war. I remember it like it was yesterday. The fervor and excitement with which we carried out the strategies he devised. I'll save those stories for another time. If I start talking about those days, we'll be here all night. But I will tell you this. If Cassius Bright had not been in the Royal Army back then, our kingdom would be part of the Erebonian Empire today.
Golly. I feel like this part was mentioned, dude. Either in Cold Steel 1 or 2, something was mentioned about Cassius being the reason why Libra isn't part of the Erebonian Empire. That's impossible.
It's precisely because Colonel Cassius accomplished the unbelievable that he is called a hero. He retired immediately after the war, and even declined the accolades offered to him. His deeds remain unknown to most.
Wow.
Yet even now, among certain soldiers, the name Colonel Cassius is synonymous with heroism.
Makes sense because he made more of an impact as a bracer than he did a soldier to the general public. That pencil mustache old man never told me that. Well, it's not what a father would sit down to tell his daughter. Don't be too hard on her, okay? I'm the victim here. Wait a second, Joshua. You don't seem all that surprised by any of this. Don't tell me you already knew about all this. I didn't know Colonel Richard was one of Dad's subordinates, but as for the rest, yeah, I knew most of it already. So you were an accomplice. Calm down, Estelle. I mean, it's not like Dad told me everything anyway. Besides, he specifically asked me not to tell you. Can't believe this. When he finally gets back, I'm gonna let him have it. Sorry for getting sidetracked, Colonel Richard.
No, not at all. Seeing the two of you has actually put me at ease. When Colonel Cassius decided to leave the army, I did everything I could to make him stay. Ultimately, it seems leaving was the right choice for him after all. With you two by his side, he was likely able to overcome the grief he felt after losing his wife. Well then, I thank you both for keeping me company. I'll take my leave now. I can't keep His Grace waiting too long.
Okay. Sorry if it feels like we didn't have much of interest to say for ourselves.
Not true. If anything, you two answered the question I wanted to know most. Now I can proceed without regret.
What do you mean by that?
I'm sure we'll meet again soon. And when that time comes, I hope I'll have the chance to speak with Colonel Cassius as well.
By that, it sounds like just perverse patriotism. Is that really Colonel Richard just now? Of course it was. Are you half asleep or something? The way he talked about Dad, it was so different from what I expected. Yeah, guess he's not some mustache-twirling villain after all. Doesn't change the fact that he's definitely plotting something, though. Regardless of what happened with Dad, we have to remember that. I guess you're right. I hate to say it, but this friendliness just now might just be part of his plan. It'd be easy for a trained intelligence officer to deceive kids like us. Maybe, but isn't that a little cynical? Yeah, you're right. Leave the suspicions to me. You should trust your own instincts. You should still have your guard up and be ready for anything. I think that's all part of what being a bracer means. I read that backwards. I guess I'll keep that in mind. Thanks, Estelle. We should hurry and find Lady Hilda. She's probably sick of waiting for us by now. Right. We should head back to the maid's quarters. Gotta get my freaking hair on my face, man. God dang, boy. Anyways, leave a like, comment, subscribe. We will continue on with this in the next part. Love you guys. Peace.